Hi, my name is Sarah Cotellesse, and I'm going to spend the next hour with you talking about one of my favorite products in the world, and that is MacBook Air. This one happens to be the big deal. We launched it just on October 17th, so just last Thursday, and this is an encore presentation. So we love the idea that we're going to spend so much time talking about the MacBook Air M2 13-inch. So here we go. So this is item number E324494. Again, this is the Apple MacBook Air 13-inch laptop, M2 chip with tons of accessories and a voucher included as well. So whenever we talk about Apple, we always, give you choices. So of course, we're going to give you the choice on what color you would like in your MacBook Air. So I'm actually going to start in the front, and this one is called our Starlight, and it's almost like this champagne color. It is absolutely beautiful. So this is something, if you're looking for something not quite silver, not quite gold, champagne, Starlight is the way to go. And then this is our silver. So this is really classic Apple. And you can see next to that we have our space gray, and it is a little deeper. So it's more of that darker titanium color. So again, this is the silver, and this one is the space gray. And I saved the midnight for last because when the M2 was introduced, the midnight was introduced as well. So I mean, look at this. This is an amazing, beautiful, it's almost like morphs into like the deepest black to that navy blue. So again, something that is not really like a common color with Apple. So I truly love that in this M2. So then, of course, we're going to give you a couple of options as well. So first choice is your what color case would you like? And then we can slide over here, and then we get to talk about what color clip case and wireless earbuds you would like. So up here, I mean, I love this, right? This is our bronze. I have one little hair on my mouth. So this is our bronze woven, and then the clip case for the back will be black. This is beautiful. It's like, it really feels like that beautiful faux leather, but it's just a really nice way to help protect your MacBook Air. Then we have our black woven here. So again, gorgeous, and it has a black backing in it. Now in front of that, we have our pink, and I love this too. You can actually see and kind of hear that fabric as well. So again, a nice way to kind of just help protect. And then this has a white background too. Next is clear, kind of like minimalist look if you'd like. If you really are picking up maybe that midnight and you really want that to shine through, we have given you that clear case. And then finally, we have our blue. And just know that all of the colors then come back and kind of match to the true wireless cases. Blue for blue, white for clear. We have like the rose gold for the pink. And then black comes with, black would be for your bronze woven as well as your black. But then we're not done. So now we're going to come down here again. So what I love, what we do here, especially with QVC and with our Apple presentations, again, we give you more. I am so excited to help introduce this brand here at QVC. This is an InCase. So InCase is a company that has truly been supporting like the Apple ecosystem since they launched back in 2007. And the fact that we have this here included in this bundle, I absolutely love it. So again, you're getting this beautiful case. It's nice and protected on the inside, but then you're going to slip, it's that envelope sleeve. You're going to slip your laptop right inside, and really allows you to carry this anywhere. And then of course we have vouchers for you as well. And I can go through that in a little bit, but I just want you to know that, in the world of Apple, we love to, again, give you choices. You get to kind of customize what you're getting, but keep in mind, this isn't a big deal price. So what we love about the big deal price is that you can actually get this home for $1194.98. But if sold separately, you'd be looking at over $1,600. So just off the bat, you'd be saving over $440. So again, with this, you have your Apple MacBook Air. This is the M2 256 gigabytes. So really think about an amazing amount of storage that you have on here as well. So everything that we've included in there, it's truly going to make a difference on how you get to use your MacBook Air as soon as you get it home. So again, kind of some other things with this as well. When in 2020, Mac actually, or I should say Apple actually kind of decided to bring back in-house their chip, their engine. And in 2020, they started with the M1. And then very shortly thereafter, they came out with the M2. With the M2, think about that as like your really fast sports car, right? A CPU, your engine, you know, if you're thinking about a car, it could be the same as like a 1990 car or a shiny red sports car. The M2 is your shiny red sports car. It's going to get you where you're going. It's just going to get you there faster. But also with this, it also was the redesign of your MacBook Air. If you're familiar with other versions, it was a more tapered design. So what they did is kind of streamline this design, made it thinner than ever, but then also increased the size of the screen. So you're getting so much more real estate when you open your screen. But again, newest of the new, I absolutely love this. Your choice of 4 different colors. You have that touch fingerprint sensor, so easy in, easy out with your computer. Beautiful 13-inch Retina display, which means like everything that you're doing, whether it's movies, creating, you know, streaming content, it's just going to look better. You actually have an 18-hour battery life, which we love. A portable design too. I mean, that's the whole idea of a laptop, is to be able to be portable. You know, desktops stay in one place. Portability means that you can actually increase your productivity because you can sit on your couch, you can bring it on the plane with you, you can sit, you know, in car line while you're waiting for your kids. But this is truly the best way to, one, be productive, be creative, enjoy what you're doing, because this process is so easy. So again, I'm just showing you here. I have, you know, a little slideshow going with my kids. This is a little easier to see this way. But being able to, you know, enjoy your pictures, I think, is one way. Of course, you can create different movies and slideshows, and keep in mind, a lot of times you'll hear what we call like the Apple ecosystem. And what we mean by the Apple ecosystem is that if you have an iPhone, if you have an Apple Watch, if you have, you know, any other computer, and you sign into all of those devices with the same account, meaning your Apple ID, all of the content is going to be the same. So whether you're looking at messages on your MacBook Air or on your phone or on your watch, you're going to be caught up. If you open a book and you start reading a book here, you know, it's going to be that same book that, you know, you're reading anywhere else on your iPad. It all stays consistent because of that Apple ecosystem. With that also comes ease of use. So one thing that Apple really shines with is it is incredibly easy to use. And when you make a purchase for Apple, it's an investment, right? But it's an investment that you do not have to buy new every single year. You are going to use this and you're going to love it. You're going to love carrying everywhere that you want it to go. But it's not something that you really have to look to upgrade every single year, even though there's upgrades along the way. I have to say that this M2 is probably one of my favorite computers, and if you do some research on this, and I encourage you to do that, the M2 is so highly rated in the world of laptops because it does exactly what it's supposed to do. How fast, how easy, and kind of like all the things that we're going to say. So especially as a gift, all my children have MacBook Airs. They all use them. They all have different years, I would have to say, though, because they all started college, you know, at a different age. But all of them pretty much have grown up with an iMac at home until everyone switched over. We started with that iMac probably in 2008 or 10. I don't quite remember where that is. But then as the kids got older, we realized that we didn't have to stay in one location, right? And the ability and the portability of the MacBook Air just made so much sense. This weighs just 2.7 pounds, so incredibly easy. But one of the tests that we can give you is think about the computer that you're working on right now. So imagine you're in here. You can be doing anything from Pages, which is your word processing, to spreadsheets, to streaming content, and you're done for the day. So you just want to kind of close this up and just let that go. Now, if your computer does not reopen just like that and go exactly back to the same place that you're looking for, you might be looking for another place. And I can do that again from startup. So I use my fingerprint scanner here. I'm done for the day. I can turn it off. Let's turn it off. We can close it. We're going to come right back open and use that fingerprint scanner, and it opens right back up again. So that could be a little test for you as well, is, you know, excuse me, is your laptop taking just a little bit longer to start up than you wanted, or when you first got it, it just might be bogged down. It might be just too filled with content not to be allowing you to seamlessly go from one program or application to the other. So I think we have a question. Oh, such an easy question. So the question is, if I have a PC, meaning like HP, Dell, any other PC that's out there, is it easy to transfer your content? And the answer is absolutely yes. So all these programs that we have, or apps, as we kind of go through everything, there's actually one that's called Move to iOS, and it's something you would download that onto your computer and also to whatever your computer you're transferring from, and it allows it to seamlessly move all your content over. So your photos, your videos, your contacts, some of your programs that you're working on as well, everything is going to seamlessly come over. But if you've really been waiting for the world of Apple and with QVC to come out with like a great holiday gift, this one is it. Now, I neglected to tell you the price too. I said that we were saving over $440 with our big deal price, but keep in mind we have free shipping and handling on this as well, and you can get this home for 5 payments of just $239. And I can tell you that with everything that we've included in here, it just makes a really easy gift to give, whether it be to yourself or anybody else, because we've given you the information. You get to pick your favorite color. Then you get to pick, what color case that you would like on it. And then you also get to, get the case and the voucher as well. So when you're thinking about Apple, think about how you would be using this. Again, we want everything to be easy, and that's really where Apple shines, which I think is really, really cool. So again, even from charging, I think I have this right here. Also with the M2, this is the first one that we introduced that has what we call a MagSafe charger on this. So if you've ever, I'm going to kind of just put this on here, there's a little magnetic charge here. Keep in mind, when we're using this, it frees up our Type-C ports here. But if you've ever kind of had your computer stretched across the table, across the chair, just to get to that outlet, and it got pulled, and maybe your computer kind of fell off the table or you had to catch it from falling, what we love about the MagSafe, it's kind of for those reasons. It's an easy breakaway. So then when this is charging, when it's, time, it just pops out. Meaning if this gets pulled, it doesn't pull on the laptop as well. So again, it's a brilliant way, but more importantly, it gives you the opportunity to have those ports here. I'm going to spin this around here, and I love this one too. We include wireless earbuds for you, which is great for all of your, movies and streaming content. It could be Zoom meetings, team meetings, you name it. But this also does have a wireless, a headphone jack in this as well. So again, giving you the opportunity to use a couple different ways. So again, it's a beautifully designed piece of technology that I truly want you to think halfway. Take the technology out, and how can you use it? You can use this from the minute you wake up to truly the minute you go to bed. So being able to wake up and check your email, you could do that. Everything across the bottom, this is called what we call our dock right here. Anything from, let's see, we can kind of go through these. All of these right here were downloaded. These are apps and programs meant for you to be able to kind of use your MacBook as soon as you get it out of the box. So you're going to charge it. You are going to create an account. And if you're already an Apple user, you're just going to add your Apple ID, and it's going to instantly transfer all of your information from your other Apple devices. But you can see there's FaceTime, Maps, Calendar, and as you go in all of these, everything is going to stay the same. You can set yourself reminders as well, so being able to, have your calendar filled, but then also maybe on your phone or on your watch, get a reminder that something is happening. So being able to kind of go across this as well, and of course all your photos are going to be right here. Apple TV is something that's pretty great. So how are you going to be using your computer at home? So our producer just said so many great shows. I know. I just started a brand new one today, so I'm kind of excited about that one. I just started, it's called Disclaimer. It's a good one. It's a good one. So being able to, kind of watch and stream your content, you could do this on this beautiful 13-inch Retina display. 13-inch in the world of laptops, Apple will do in our Classic series, in our MacBook Air, they'll either do a 13 or a 15-inch. This one is truly meant, I think it's perfect. I think the 13-inch is perfect for absolutely everybody. If you were someone that maybe wanted a little bit more real estate on the screen, you were doing more graphic editing, video editing, that you wanted that larger workspace, absolutely. You can look at QVC.com. We do have some 15-inch MacBook Airs online for you. But I really think in the world of what is probably the best computer right now, I'd have to say it's this one. It's the M2 13-inch, 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigs of what we call solid state memory. So I heard a comparison the other day and I thought it was great. So, I mean, I've been in the world of tech for more than half my life, which is kind of crazy. I started at age 27 and I'm now 54. And I have to say, for the majority of that time, Apple has been with me. So being able to now go back and kind of think, like, how else can I explain this to you, right? How else can I give you an idea of how easy this is? Whenever we talk about like that 8 gigs of RAM, think about that as the computer's short-term memory, being able to kind of have everything that you're doing living right there at the surface so it can pull really quickly. So if you're looking for your computer or your calendar or your email or your FaceTiming, all of that can be right there. But then the 256 gigs is an awesome amount of memory. That is like your file cabinet, more of your long-term memory as well. And when you have that M2 chip, what that means that you can seamlessly and quickly pull from one program to the other. So you're not getting a lot of lag or downtime. A lot of times, if you've ever seen that buffering, that you get like a buffering rainbow circle or something isn't loading, that might be a sign that you definitely could go for, something to look more. I'm sorry, can you repeat that question? Oh, is it for editing? Yeah, it's a great computer for editing. So I would say editing more on probably like the beginner to intermediate. If you really want more intense graphics, more intense editing, you can always go for a different level of MacBook that we have. We have the Pro, we have let's see, the MacBook Pro, we have different versions of the Air as well. This one I really think is the best of the best because all your photos, all of your videos, all of your movie making, you could do right here on this computer. Again, we've given you the engine to do it quickly. We've given you the space and the storage to kind of seamlessly go between everything that you have open. But I just it's just easy. It's just a beautifully done computer that kind of takes the guesswork out of what can I do? How do I do it? You just do. And that's kind of, Apple's claim to fame. So down here, I just want to show you, we have Keynote, we have Numbers, and we have Pages. All of these are the equivalent to like Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. So you get the chance to be fully productive, create your own, whatever it is. Let's open New, because I want to show you this one. So when you're looking at Pages, right, it's our word processing section. If you're new to the world of computing, you're new to a new computer, maybe this is at that stage in your life where you're thinking, you know what, I always wanted to do something. I always wanted to have this job. And what if for the first time in a very long time that you're like, well, do you have a resume? Or what have you been doing? Or show me what you've been doing for these last few years. And you're like, gosh, I haven't done a resume for a really long time. Keep in mind that everything in Pages makes it really easy. We have all of these templates here, from reports to resumes to even writing the simple letters, something I think it's a kind of like a lost art form as well. But if you were just wondering, like, how do I structure my brand new resume, we can just kind of go like this. And from here, here is just a template. So you're just going to go over and you're going to kind of follow. You're going to place your cursor wherever it needs to go. And, you can type in your name as well. So I'm going to turn this for a second. So here, you just kind of put your cursor out there and you just start typing. So it's a really, really great way. But again, it is Pages, it is Keynote, and it is Numbers right here. Whether it's a budget at home, whether it is a presentation, much like PowerPoint, it's through Keynote. So again, you think about school, you think about just starting over. Maybe you're at the phase of your life that you just want to try something new. This is a great way. If this is that gift for those kids going into college, or maybe you sent the kids to college with a computer that you're like, oh, just get through freshman year, and you're thinking, I probably should have or probably could at this point and get them something else. And I say that because I've done that. I've sent 4 kids off to college. My youngest is a sophomore, but I will tell you that every single one of them has a MacBook Air. The same one, then I bought them after the one upgrade, but they're all still using them. So again, you buy this and it's not something that has to be done every single year. Like, this is going to be with you for the long haul. So, I love, gifting, especially now, because as the gift giver or the gift buyer in my family, I love that I have time to think about now through the end, through the holiday season of what is that big gift going to be. This is truly that big gift if, you're going to wow someone with it. But I love that we're bringing this to you at a big deal price. So it's amazing. So again, this is item number E324494. This is that MacBook Air 13-inch laptop M2 chip, which is that really that shiny new race car of an engine. It's just that super fast chip with accessories and a voucher as well. So again, let me turn these a little bit so we can see them. So again, your first choice is you have a choice of 4 different colors of your laptop. So up front, I'll start up here. This is actually our Starlight, and this is a beautiful champagne. It is just stunning. I mean, it's kind of a newer color to the world of Apple, but it's definitely something, it's a showstopper by far. Next, we have our silver, and we've seen silver before, but again, this one happens to have that new design. So I'm going to show it, if I could lift this really quickly, just so you could see it. So you can actually see there's no tapered edges any longer. This is a fully redesigned chassis. So being able to kind of slip into that envelope sleeve, I'm going to show you in a second. But again, it's a beautiful rebuild or I guess design, but that is our silver. Next to this, we have our space gray, and I'll lift this up for you to see it. It's that deep, almost like a titanium color as well. So if you're thinking, you know what, maybe I'll go that way, it's just beautiful. I almost feel like you can't go wrong with any of the colors. But the Midnight is something so different. Again, this Midnight was introduced when the M2 chip was introduced, so fairly new as well. But again, it's just stunning. And depending on what light you're looking at it, it could be like a deep, deep midnight color to almost black to almost navy. So again, it kind of has its own personality, but it's a really fun one too, because it was, it's a relatively new color. But then we get to come over here and see what other color clip case that you would like. And clip case, I'll go ahead and break these apart for you. This is the one that would just clip to the front, and then we have black in the back as well. So again, great way to protect both the front and the back of your computer. And one thing too I want to mention is that this is a fanless design, which is awesome. So this M2 MacBook Air is extremely quiet, and being able to have the clip case on the back, I mean, it's awesome because you're protecting everything. You don't have to worry about a fan. So this is our bronze. So it's a beautiful woven. It's kind of like that faux leather finish as well with that black back. And then we have a black woven right here. So being able to kind of just elevate your laptop as well, but protecting it at the same time is really, really cool. In front of that, we have our pink, and our pink, you can see, oh, I love this shot right here. It's a beautiful, it's almost like a suede design, but definitely, has a little textural element to it. And then we have clear. I like to say minimalist, here you go, because if you're picking up that midnight and you want that color to shine through, definitely go with that clear. And then we also have our blue. Now, we're also included in this, they're called truly wireless earbuds. So great wireless buds. You can wear these, up to 4 hours of runtime, and just being able to wear these in your meetings, Zoom meetings, you're sitting on a plane, you're sitting, anywhere, you're sitting at your kitchen table, and you just want to kind of take a call through your ear, you can do that. And one thing that's great too is that we give you the chance to kind of customize that fit in there. So though it's not a noise canceling, it definitely favors the world of noise reduction. So kind of keeping that noise in, keeping all that content in, and the ambient noise, you can still hear what's going on in the real world, I guess, when you're wearing those too, but it gives you just enough that you're getting to hear what you want to hear. You get to listen to your movies, listen to your phone calls, kind of everything that it is. All things Apple. So again, this one I love. This is our in case, and I can show you that as well. But this is actually, I'm keeping this in the case here because I want you to see this company, in case, has been supporting Apple products, Apple ecosystem, since 2007. It's a high-end company, sought after for many, many reasons. So it doesn't matter if, it's for your laptop or for phone cases. Having a case by N-Case just kind of, to me, elevates the entire experience of owning Apple as well. So you can see inside, it's this beautiful suede design as well. So it's being able to kind of, it's what we call our envelope sleeve, being able to kind of protect your investment if you decide that you just want to slip that directly into that sleeve. And then we also, excuse me one second, we also have a voucher as well, and I'll show you that in a second. But again, take a look at our big deal price, because if you were to purchase this separately, you'd be looking at over $636. Our big deal price is $1194.98. So off the bat, you're saving over $440. Now, what's great too is you see the price right there of that, of the MacBook Air, again, the M2, 256 gigabytes of storage, but then you start looking at everything else that we're including in there as well, and it makes for a really, really cool gift. Now, that voucher, I love it because whenever we include a voucher, we love to give you the opportunity to kind of use your computer in maybe a way that you weren't thinking about using it. So again, you're going to get this home, and all the codes and vouchers are right here on the back. So I love this. Probably my favorite feature that we always have is a 3-year membership to Mac University. And what Mac University is, it's kind of like a professional tutor. So your professor, like your kids are in school, right? They utilize their professors, their teaching assistants. That's exactly what MacU is for you. So instead of asking, your kids for help, if this is for you, or your spouse or whoever, son-in-law, this is your direct, kind of your fast pass to help when you need it. But then we also have A&E Crime Central. I love that, right? Being able to kind of lose yourself, in a little bit of content that way. Setup is a 3-month pass. Setup is perfectly curated for Apple content, like Apple programs that you would be using. So anywhere from organizing your photos to cookbooks to, managing, your entire, if you have projects going on, how do you manage all that? Well, it's specifically made for Apple. So that's a really great thing. And also I wanted to tell you this, like Hello is a language learning, whether it be conversational or just vocabulary. So we kind of give you the chance to learn a brand new language in the comfort of your own home. So if, travel is something that's coming up in your world, it's pretty great to see it as well. So being able to get this home with that M2 chip, again, I love it, because once Apple kind of took over that processing unit, kind of the game changed a little bit. We used to outsource to Intel. We had the M1, and now we're going over to that M2. So I absolutely love it. The security with this as well. Touch ID sensor means that a simple tap allows you to get in and out of your computer. You can set that up for many fingerprints as well. Up to 18 hours of battery life. I mean, in some cases, that could be days worth of use before you actually have to charge it again. The fact that it's so sliver thin, weighs 2.7 pounds, means that you can truly bring it anywhere that you need it to go. That M2 chip, yep, that's great for multitasking. So what we mean by that is you could have a Teams meeting open, you could have, your email open, you had QVC streaming open, you could be watching movies on, Apple TV, you could do all of that on this beautiful 13-inch display. So in the world of Apple, this is still one of their most popular MacBook Airs. So I do want you to do a little research. I do want you to, go out there and kind of see what other people are saying about this too. But I think, if you're just looking at this and why this Apple, why this MacBook Air, why this size, why that processing chip, it's because it's the best of the best. So we love it. M2 is fast. That's the processing speed. 8 gigabytes of RAM gives you the ability to kind of, like I said earlier, that's like the short-term memory of your computer. Everything is right there. So if you need to pull information quickly from switching from app to app, you can do that. And then 256 gigabytes of storage, that's like your file cabinet. That's like your long-term memory. So again, everything is going to be right there for you, but the ability to kind of switch between is something that we want. We want you to have a seamless experience when you're, using programs, and we give you tutorials. Like right now I'm in Numbers, and if I wanted to go to New, what if I'm like, I know I need a budget for, you can do this, a simple budget, an academic calendar. You could have a mortgage calculator here, travel plans. If you're somebody that really wants to start, have a vacation coming up and you want to look to see, best times to travel to Paris, or best time, when is the airline's great cost? How much is it going to cost? What do I need to save for? There's no better way to do that than through, a spreadsheet. It's just really, really easy. And we give you the tools to do it. You don't have to create an entire spreadsheet. You just need to input the numbers. So again, try something, maybe that you hadn't done before. So I'm just hitting the escape right now. We can come up here, the podcast that you want. You can just simply hit this and browse, right? You can hear classic stories. Now imagine using the earbuds that we give you as well, and now just kind of listen to your stories. And so kind of the same thing that you're doing on a phone or on an iPad, you can also be doing on your MacBook Air. So again, I want to shut this off, and I just want to kind of start over from here. Why, would you think about upgrading your computer? Well, if, from turning off or, ready to go, we're done for the night, and now it's fast forward to the next morning and you're ready to start, your computer as well, right? You're going to turn it on. Now you can either enter a passcode, only if you want. I just touched my ID right there and it brought me to the exact same spot that I was just at when I closed it. So you can kind of see how fast that is as well, but kind of like just pinching and zooming allows you to kind of go through and look at all your desktops. But I mean, what I love is that as you go through, this is what we call right here our trackpad. So you don't even need a mouse any longer. It's kind of a pinch and zoom. It's swiping left, swiping right. If you're looking at a photo to pinch and zoom, this becomes your mouse and your mouse pad, but it's incredibly accurate. And again, kudos to Apple, because I think they've really nailed it with that one. So you kind of just hover and kind of like circle your finger around to kind of see what you want to do. And I'll just bring up a photo really quickly. So I'll just bring up this one. But you want to pinch and zoom, and you can kind of like tap in and kind of see. This is September 1st of 2008. That's when this photo was taken. Graduated college. She's a nurse. About 10 hours away from me. He is in sales, in facility sales, and she's a senior in college, just like that. And let's not forget, I do have one more, but she's just not in the picture. I couldn't not mention her as well. But yeah, the screen is amazing. Again, we're looking at this beautiful Retina display here. So this is the little girl that traveled everywhere to all her, older siblings' games. Yeah, reading like in the library. I mean, the quality is amazing when you think about this. You can pinch and zoom. Yeah, that's my that's my sophomore in college right now. So my little brown-eyed girl. One of my favorite pictures. Here's the thing, like if you're in the, we're kind of heading into the world of, family, everyone's getting together. If you still have little ones, promise me that you're looking at this. Promise me you'll take a picture of all your kids, just like height-wise. All of these kids, I mean, it's amazing how, that's my husband, but he's looking at my husband, but it's just one of my favorite pictures. Why? Because it really is that moment in time that when you see a picture, it brings you kind of right back to it again. And I feel like that was taken from in Alexandria, Virginia. We were visiting DC for something, but the way, I don't know, it just kind of strikes me as they're all so little. And now they're not so little anymore. But it's a great memory. But anyway, I digress. But being able to kind of go through and just enjoy all those pictures that you're taking. I mean, here's another thing that we can do. I don't quite know. Now I'm going to turn this for a second because I want to show you the FaceTime. I want to see if my one daughter is available. Let me see if I can get her on here. Let me see if she's going to come up. I tried to get her earlier. All right, I'm not sure that I can grab her right now, but she is at school, so I said I would try to get her to introduce you to her as well. But again, being able to just enjoy, it's a great way. Like if you've been looking for a way to kind of organize all your photos, you can do that here. You can create albums, you can create family albums, vacations and trips, and, you know, just the ability to go back, you know, Rachel's trip. This is our host, Rachel Bosing. She had shared some pictures of her trip to Portugal. We have that here. Some of my favorite, I love this one too. And this was a collection of photos that came to me from one of our friends here at QVC. But just take a look at these pictures again and look at the quality that you're going to see. These pictures were taken from a recent visit to Crete and Santorini, but just looking at this truly makes you want to start planning. So what you could do, you could start researching where to go. You could start doing hotels and airlines and what's it gonna, you know, what kind of food and what kind of restaurants and, you know, where do you want to spend your time? And then all of a sudden, all of that planning that you've done on your computer, you've been there now, you've taken the pictures, and now you get to enjoy the pictures, you know, revisiting them again on the other side. So all I did was hit slideshow, and I allowed Apple to kind of put this little vintage spin on it as well. So, I mean, as technical of a computer that this is, the beauty is we don't realize it because it just works, right? We expect it to turn on and it does. We expect it to switch from program to program and it does. We want it to move seamlessly and not buffer when we're watching high action videos, or when we're reading a book, we want to be able to adjust that, the tone, like the level of light, it's called True Tone, on your computer screen. So, you know, think about what a laptop has done. I think all of us, especially, you know, in my age bracket, we grew up with desktop computers. Once we finally got one, it was a desktop computer stationed in one room. Well, now all of a sudden, like, I didn't want to be in one room all the time, right? I want to be able to go from room to room to room, and being able to kind of just sit and enjoy, you know, sitting on my couch and catching up, I think is a really, you know, nice way too. But we have Siri up here too. So let's see. Open QVC.com. Yeah, so just like that, I mean, if I'm just thinking about it, Siri, the same one that's in your phone, you can utilize that here to be able, oh, look at this. Oh, that's a really good offer. Look at that. 30 off of 60, new customers only, but I think that's pretty cool. But again, being able to kind of go through as well, look at the screen that you can see here. You can watch QVC TV. Let's switch this over. Oh, we have, Courtney. Oh, Courtney Morrison is on with Pop Sonic right now. But imagine you're sitting, you know, anywhere and you can kind of just tap in to see, you know, what's on QVC. But the video is amazing. And what's really cool too, it's because, again, the speed, because the M2, because of the way this pulls information, you have no lag time. So again, I could open this. I can open a calendar, I can open photos, I can open email, I can open messages, and all of these things just kind of seamlessly really switch from place to place to place. So, I mean, let me see. Oh, what is that on my, on here? Oh, that's a Hot Pocket. I think that's a Hot Pocket. Yeah, look. But again, what's funny about this is that also could have appeared somewhere on your phone. So if you answer it on your MacBook or you answer it on your phone, you could even answer it on your watch. It's all going to be the same, which is kind of cool. So everything that you would need is right here on the bottom. Launchpad is the second one here. So Launchpad just kind of shows you everything that we have downloaded already on the screen. So whether it be here, a couple of extra things that we have over it, everything is like just a tap away. Oh, one thing I wanted to show you as well, and I love this too. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to hit new. And let's just, is this Jess over here? I might ask Jess to come and help me with this. Hold on. Let me bring this up a second. I am going to bring the font up so we could see. All right, Jess, come over here. All right, Jess has been helping me today, but I want her, I'm gonna ask you a question. So let me turn this off for a second. So I'm gonna ask you a question for what was your favorite holiday gift? Now, don't say anything yet. Okay, what was your favorite holiday gift?
Probably when I was younger when I got an iPod.
Oh, an iPod, why?
Because I was a kid and it was like the coolest thing at the time.
Yeah.
And I really wanted one.
And you really wanted one. Exactly. But you can see we're actually just, thank you so much. We're just using the dictation feature here. And this is something like if you know that you have a lot of family time coming up and you want to ask your mom, you want to ask your dad about their first date, you want to ask them, what was it like, what was your favorite gift growing up, or what was the favorite gift that you gave. And so I remember I got to a certain point. My mom used to say the fun was in the giving, and she couldn't wait to give some gifts. Like that brought her more joy. And so I'm to that point too. Like I love picking out that favorite gift. I love just being able to, think about what child it is, and I can't wait for them to open it. That would have to be one of these too. But imagine that you can just sit and have a normal conversation and let your mom, your dad, your siblings just kind of talk, and that's going to continue to kind of copy everything that you have. So you don't have to stop, you don't have to correct, you don't have to take time away from the conversation. But then when you're all done, all you would have to do is it's just a little function key. It's F5. That's the microphone. But then all of a sudden you can go back and edit that later. So I think it's a really kind of a unique way to record all of that information. And again, the beauty of Apple is it's seamless, right? It just kind of collected everything again. So I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to close this up because I just want to kind of go through that offer again for you, because this is the encore presentation of our big deal. Now, we just launched this last Thursday, October 17th, and for this hour, I love being able to share this with you because it's such an amazing offer, especially for holiday time. So your first choice, again, this is the Apple MacBook Air 13-inch laptop, M2 chip with accessories and a voucher. But we're going to start here with 4 different color options. And, not too long ago, we had one, and that would have been silver. And then with this one, you could tell this is classic Apple right here is that silver. But then with the iPhones, they actually created space gray. So of course we have to pick this up as well. This I hear is our favorite. So again, a classic, but again, light is silver. This is our space gray. Next to that, we have our midnight. And I love this midnight because when Apple introduced the M2 chip and this new body style for the 13-inch laptop for the MacBook Air, they also introduced midnight. So again, we didn't really see it until that point. So I love this one. And again, I'll kind of show you this as well while we're in here. But I want you to see how sliver thin that is, and being able to realize that the old MacBook Airs were tapered and there was a little bit more weight to them. This weighs just 2.7 pounds, and you really are getting edge-to-edge screen. So again, more real estate, tinier, lightweight, and really, really portable. And then the last one is our Starlight. With this one, it's more of that classic champagne / gold as well. So that's a little different, but again, beautiful option. And again, you kind of get to make it your own. So I will say my 4 kids with all of their MacBook Airs that we kind of bought up along the way. They all have different colors, which makes it really nice. We don't have to worry about, whose is this, or what are they doing, or where is mine? We know just based on color. But then we also come to QVC because we give you more. We wanted to be able to kind of give you everything that you need out of the gate to use this right away and help protect it. So this gorgeous, I don't know that we've ever done this bronze color before, and I love it. It's that really nice textural. It's almost like that faux leather on the outside, but then it has a black clip case. And again, these just clip onto the front and back of your computer. And then we have our black as well. So, I mean, being able to pick up any color, it kind of gets hidden behind, but more importantly, it is truly protected. So again, we have the bronze or the black, and this also has a black background. Now this one is our pink, and this actually has a white background to it. So this is, again, that woven material. It just feels kind of like a suede hand feel as well. Nice little texture there. We have our clear. So if you're wondering, I really love that space gray, or I really love that midnight and I want to let it shine through, clear is a great way because you're still getting that complete protection both on the front and the back of your computer. And then we have our blue as well. Now, all of these come with wireless earbuds, and these are great. These are great. They come in their own little case right here, and they simply recharge just like you would recharge, any other cell phone or any other device. And, you get to get that really great customized fit. So these are perfect for, throwing them in your bag, taking them, it's that extra earbuds for you as well. But then we come over here, and again, I love the fact that we have in case included in this offer. And I'll say it, I'm so proud. I'm just so proud that we have this here. And it really does, to me, add so much value to this entire offer. Encase has been supporting Apple products, their ecosystem, since they launched back in 2007. And even if you were to go into, a brick and mortar Apple store, you would be finding Encase there. So I love that we've taken kind of the guesswork out and given you one of, the most popular sleeves that we have. So this is what we call our envelope sleeve. So your MacBook Air is just going to slip right inside. So even if you're using it, in a backpack or in your work tote back and forth, we have that option for you as well. And this is what we call like a Woolex. It's, again, beautiful fabric on the outside, and it's, just really, really great to have. But again, the retail with this one, I mean, you could, if purchased separately, you'd be looking at over $1,600. It would be $1,636.93, and our big deal price is actually $1,194.98. So you're saving over $440. And what I love about this is you can get this home. It's free shipping and handling, and it is an expiring price. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this price does expire the end of day tomorrow, the 23rd, which is my daughter's birthday, by the way. But yeah, you can get this home for 5 payments of just $239. So if you've been waiting for that big gift, if you've been waiting for, for your, maybe it's a high school senior right now, maybe it's, knowing that they're going to be going to college. And if you're like, my kids all had computers throughout school that were given to them by school. So then it came time to go to college and they needed a computer. So this was a great way to, be able to kind of give them the tools that they needed. But then I think about me too, and I can't imagine, every single day I touch my MacBook Air, and I'm kind of excited. I've had mine since 2020. Even if I were to upgrade today, and mine is getting to that point, I bought a smaller memory computer back in 2020, thinking, I don't really save that much, and I really should have gotten at that point a 256. I'm getting kind of limited in my storage on my computer, so again, this is that M2 chip. This is that, speed that we're looking for. I have that touch screen again, being able to open my computer again, open or close, open. You can change all your backgrounds, open it just with a touch of a button. So again, this is exactly where we were working before, but whether it be, FaceTime, music, PowerPoint, or what we call our keynote presentations, Pages, it's the same as Word. This is Apple's version of Word. We have that here. Apple TV, you can go to QVC.com. Like everything that, we'd be looking for, it's just a touch of a button. It's just a push. It's a slide of your finger over that trackpad to get you exactly where you need to be. But then you can have fun with this too. You know, there's always a great way that, you know, organize all your photos. If you know that you are, you know, getting together for the holidays, no better way to share all the pictures that maybe you've curated throughout the entire year. You can make a slideshow of these and then send them off as well. So I love that idea of being able to kind of just, you know, sit back and let the computer work exactly the way you want it to, the way you expect it to. And truly that comes from Apple. So being able to just sit and enjoy the ease of use, kind of the tech is there, obviously. I mean, Apple, I mean, it's one of the most recognizable tech companies in the entire world, and for good reason. It's easy. It's what they've created something called an Apple ecosystem. If you have a phone, or if you have an Apple Watch, if you have an iPad, all of the devices work together, and it really allows you to kind of pick up on one, close another. Like if I'm reading a book on my iPad and I'm like, oh, wait, let me finish that chapter, I can open that same book on my computer, or I could even open it on my phone. So again, that's the beauty of why we love Apple. It's just a seamless experience. But you know, things that you need to know when you kind of look at that, you know, the name, right? The M2 chip, extremely important. That's the engine. So, you know, like I said earlier, prior to 2020, Apple outsourced all of their CPUs, all their processing chips. And it was with the introduction in 2020 with their M1, it kind of brought everything back into house. They own it. They own from, you know, nuts to bolts, every part of the process. And let me tell you, it is just amazing. The M2 is extremely fast. So we talk about processing units, think about them, you know, I used that analogy earlier of a car, right? Maybe it's an older car. I said 1990 car, but let's go a little older. Let's go back to like, you know, the 70s and the 80s versus like a shiny new red sports car. The M2 is really that shiny new sports car, right? It's the chips are going to get you where you need to go. This one is going to get you there a lot faster. We talk about 8 gigabytes of RAM, and again, think about that as that short-term memory of your computer. It's all right here at the surface. So when you need to pull and get quickly, like projects that you're working on, and switch between your programs, you can do that seamlessly. And the screen is amazing, 13-inch Retina display. You can truly kind of pinch and zoom. That wasn't let's just see. We want to see some fire. We can come up. I mean, the screen is just amazing. You can see, you can set, you know, pinching and zooming just changes everything. So if you're someone that maybe needs to have bigger font on some things and not the other, you just pinch and zoom. And again, that's the beauty of this trackpad. So you think about it before, maybe on a laptop, you had a mouse pad, you had a mouse, you know, or you're connected. Not with this. That trackpad makes it really, really easy to have everything that you need. But again, starting with that Touch ID sensor, you can set this, even if this is a family computer at home, you can have multiple fingerprints to open this, which I love. You can utilize, you know, the 18 hours of battery life, which is awesome because technically, you know, if you're only using this for a few hours a day, you don't have to charge, but every few days, which I love. That's virtually unheard of as well. Again, up to 18 hours. The M2 chip, it's great for multitasking. It allows you to do multiple things at the same time. That backlit keyboard, it's really great. It's a full-size keyboard with numbers all across the top. So kind of that feature rich as well. But again, the size is something that's manageable. It weighs 2.7 pounds. You truly can bring this anywhere that you need it to go, whether, you know, you're going to tuck it. Let me see, let's make Apple straight. But you can tuck this anywhere that you need it to go, but you can actually see how thin this is. And when you start thinking about productivity, I was telling the story, like a desktop was in one spot. You know, in ours, it used to be in an office. And, you know, come 5 o'clock, you wanted to be done. You didn't want to sit in your office and have to use that computer anymore. In my world, it made the productivity so much better because now I wanted to sit with the kids. I wanted to look at that recipe. I wanted to, you know, sit on the couch and maybe have multi-screens open at the same time. And that's what the MacBook Air allows you to do. You're not stuck in one location. Portability is key with this. Again, all I have to do is touch that and it brings me right back to exactly where I needed it to go. Here's your Siri at the bottom. All your music, I mean, it's beautiful to think that, you can kind of create your own music stations as well. So being able to go in, find the music that you want, and it's going to be the same as here. It's going to be the same on your phone. It's going to be the same everywhere. That's Apple's ecosystem. But even if you're coming from a different phone, maybe you have an Android phone that you absolutely love, that's perfect. But then still know that you can still utilize, this computer if you were thinking about different computing needs. But, computer, absolutely. Is it going to give you the processing that you need? Absolutely. Is it going to allow you to be creative and productive? Absolutely. Is it going to keep you connected via FaceTime, via, texting and emails? Absolutely. Are you going to have fun just sitting on the couch? Yep, you can do that too. And I said earlier, this doesn't have a fan, so it's extremely quiet. My computer has a fan that seems to be running all the time, so I know an upgrade is coming for me, and I would not hesitate on picking this one up, simply because for me, this is absolute perfection. You can change how bright the screen is. You can change the speakers. Also, we have beautiful landscape speakers as well, giving you a nice opportunity to make your anything from music to movies to, listening to all your favorite hosts on QVC. It just sounds better. It looks better. And when really all you need is your finger to kind of like scroll and go over everything, it's perfect. So you can set yourself reminders. You can set yourself shopping lists. You can, look for your favorite recipe online. You can utilize other programs as well. This is something that's called Freeform. So I was sitting using my iPad the other day, and I was like, what are like 3 words that really could make a difference in whether or not, this is the computer for you? 3 words is pretty easy, right? Well, we can put that into 2 sections. So 1, it's powerful, right? We're giving you the tools you need for a computer that's going to stand up to whatever it is that you want to do. It's lightweight, it's incredibly thin, it's easy to carry, it's efficient, a full day battery. But then we're coming over here. The MacBook Air in general, why I love it so much, it's sleek, right? It's thin, it's stylish, it's minimalistic, it's portable, meaning I can bring this absolutely anywhere that I need it to go. But then also it's efficient, because whether it's giving you the great performance of battery life, with those 18 hours of battery life, from the simplest chore to like more advanced, this gives you the opportunity to kind of really just enjoy all things Apple. So whether it's processing, it's word processing, whether it's creating spreadsheets, whether it's running a business. I run a business on my MacBook Air. That is my main computer. So all of my invoicing, all my documents, all, my presentations all come from my MacBook Air. But again, this is a big deal, and it does have an expiring price. So if this is something that you're thinking about, it's a really great opportunity. This is it's going to go up by $200 at the end of day tomorrow. So if you're thinking about this, this also is part of our holiday return. So you can actually get this home, use it, right? And you have until the end of January, until 2025. If it's not everything that we say it's going to be, or it's not as easy as you find it, which I think you're going to fall in love with the ease of use on this one, send it back. No questions asked. But you have a choice of 4 different colors. Midnight, we have our space gray, more of that titanium color, a deeper gray. And then we have our silver right here. And then in front, we have starlight. And then you get your choice of cases as well. So we have our bronze woven. We have our black woven. We have our pink. We have our clear. And then we also have our blue, all come with matching true wireless earbuds. And then we come over here. Of course, you're getting, that Apple. This under the tree, let me tell you, it's pretty great. And then we're giving you a beautiful envelope sleeve for you to kind of slide that MacBook Air in there as well. And then we have our voucher package for you. So again, our big deal price is saving over $440. It is a big deal price of $1194.98. You can get this home for 5 payments of just $239. And like I said, this is an expiring price. And at the end of the day tomorrow, it's going to go up by $200. So if you're thinking about it, definitely make today the day. It's an awesome computer, and I think you're going to have it for many years to come and enjoy it every single day that you're using it. So I'd like to thank you for spending this hour with me. I love talking all things Apple. It's been part of our family since the early 2000s, and now through all my growing up years with the kids as well. So I love sharing what I love most with everyone here. Oh, wait a minute. I just heard. Stay tuned if you're hungry, and I'm starving, but Gourmet Holiday is coming up. So thanks, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Looking to add a warm, inviting glow to your garden, patio, or any outdoor